We thought we could stop the cow, we didn't,
Yeah.
once they didn't
Well, you
stop.
didn't know he was in it.
No, we didn't know he was in it, but I mean, it tore the crapper up too, when that up cow, we was on one end of the chain, she was on the other, that goddamn tore the spun like a top and come down in pieces, and the old man rolls out there on his belly on the ground. God damn, he was like a wild man when he come up.
Bet you had to build a new crapper too.
Had to remodel it anyway.
It's like the one at the cabin that had the crack in the seat. It wasn't in a very convenient place. And then the diggers would undermine it. Sometimes you
Well, you just weren't performing adequate maintenance.
the diggers would have it full.
There's man wanted to keep it buried and keep the stench out.
I remember too, one night, I was bringing the goddamn cow in, and she started running, I had hold of her hauler, and I'm running alongside of her. And of course, the stake that we drove in the ground was on the other end of the chain. The old man puts his foot down there, he's gonna stand on the when that stake hit his leg.
Flipped him in the air,
Oh,
huh?
it's just like a top.
You never slowed her down a bit.
Oh shit, he nearly had a stroke there. He was so mad.
Yeah.
Like that was my fault. I said, I couldn't stop her, Dad. God damn it, I told you to get her, why the hell couldn't you? Goddamn 900-pound calf.
I used to get some man, we built a fence, we had to have every post perfectly in line.
Yeah, I remember those days.
And the other thing was, everything was just perfect. We fixed the fence that way, and then he takes the goddamn cow up the road 40 miles and ties her out upside down.
And you got to lead her all the way home because
Yeah.
the grass is cheaper up the road.
Yeah.
It's free.
Gas
free
would,
grass.
the gas would be belly deep to the cow. Out
Yeah.
there. She had plenty to eat.
Yeah.
We'd come home from school, and Bob said, well, the old man took another hike this morning. Look where that goddamn horse and cow is at. I was supposed to bring the cow in. He was supposed to take the horse. Of course, old Nellie, if you'd just unsnapped the rope, she'd have walked in on her own.
Yeah.
But even if you did have her up in the fence, she knew what it was
Huh?
time. Even if you did have her in the pasture there where the fences were, she knew it was time the hay was coming out. She'd be standing there balling wood and somebody would milk and the horse
I know
would
it's
sit
over
there.
No, I'm just keeping it warm for you.
We didn't want to eat that.
Oh, Chris was working.
Oh, where's he working? Oh, out of Hanford.
Yeah, out there. I got a kick out of it. He says, I went from never working overtime in my life to working 72 hours this week. So they're getting busy. He got in there in May, and you gotta go through all the training and stuff. So he's been sitting just bored up.
He was always very particular about being clean.
Oh, yeah.
One time, I forget what the hell we were doing, we were building something, and he was helping him, the old man hollered at Bob, hand me that hammer. There's a fresh pile of cow shit there about that big around about that deep. Bob drug the handle through that and handed it. Come at me, shoulder and grabbed that handle, I thought for a minute he was gonna knock Bob in the head with it.
Yeah. Well, I still say my funniest grandpa story was the night up at Chillicoot when he had bought that new fancy dancy satin lined sleeping bag
Oh,
that was about 8 foot long. And he slides down into the bottom of it and can't get out.
Goddamn wondered
That was good.
Goddamn wondered that sleeping bag wasn't in ribbon.
Only thing was good, he had his pants off, so he didn't have his pocket knife to cut his way out.
That's the only thing
It took all of us boys to get him out, and him and Joe traded that night. Sleep bags.
that saved the sleeping bag, he didn't have his pocket knife.
Yeah. Get me the hell out of here. Come on, Grandpa, you can do it. Roll out on the ground. roll off the bed and you can crawl out on the ground. No, just pull this damn thing off of me.
Well, we went hunting up there, we was up there by Ravensdale.
Uh-huh.
We drove all over that goddamn country because he knew where to go. He knew shit.
He was lost when he left the blacktop.
Well, no, he didn't even know the blacktop. I get to think about it because you go with him, take him with you someplace, he then you come home and tell him, Mama, I know how to get there. Blah, blah, blah. Shit, he was there, but he didn't know how to get there because he
Yeah.
slept all the way. Anyway, we finally decided, goddamn, it's getting late. Well, Roland was with us.
Yeah.
It's getting late. Goddamn it, they set up the tent, and it's a bad looking night. And it started to rain. Oh shit, he's throwing a fit then. I said, does this goddamn tent you've been bragging about, does it leak? Well, hell no, it don't leak. And it didn't. Pretty soon this rain turned to snow.
He was scared to death of the snow.
Oh yeah. We had to move. I never got up until they took the tent down. Shit, we've been up here, we're all tired, it's about midnight already.
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing?
When it started to snow, Dad was ready to go home.
Yeah. And what, we have about 2 inches of snow on the ground?
You know, when we get out that next morning out on the road to Ravensdale, it was
Oh,
about,
yeah. We
about
did.
2 inches deep.
What was it? Why was he so scared of the snow?
Well, that's what I don't know, cause, well, he was born and
Yeah.
raised in the snow.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
but I mean, if it was two
Maybe
snowflakes, it
maybe
was.
that's why, he remembered that when he was a young man, how goddamn slick and treacherous
Yeah.
the snow could be.
Yeah.
Of course, it could get that way up there in places in the
Mhm.
mountains, but we wasn't that high of altitude.
Right.
Out there in that goddamn desert.
High desert, yeah.
It'd get awful goddamn cold.
But when it started to snow, he was gone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I never remember them
Huh?
ever, you know, I mean, we'd go up and play in the snow and
Yeah.
ski, you know, you guys would take us up as kids. I remember all of us going up, but you never got grandma and grandpa up in the snow
Well,
or
Mom would go
nothing.
with us, but he
Yeah.
wouldn't.
They didn't give a shit about going.
Yeah.
Well, I remember there was a lot of times,
Huh?
a lot of times I remember Mom would start packing up a lunch or something, and he'd ask, what the hell you doing? He said, I thought we'd take the boys up and let them play in the snow. He said, he'd hand her the car keys.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
she wouldn't do it without him. He wouldn't go.
Yeah.
He said, I had enough of that goddamn snow. But shit, you'd think he was gonna freeze to death or die in it. but
Yeah,
he
yeah, I
happened.
mean, he was, I mean, there's no other way to say it. He was like scared of it, you
Yeah,
know,
it was. It was almost like a
fear.
phobia.
Yeah.
Phobia, fear.
It wasn't, like you say, Bill, it wasn't just him that hating the snow. He was just thrown to pieces.
Yeah.
Shit, like he's gonna die any minute or something. But that night I'm talking about, I finally got up when they took the tent down.
He had no choice.
I thought, shit, I ain't gonna lay out here in this cot in a goddamn snowstorm. I ain't that stupid.
Oh, but that was fun trying to fold up a tent that's been rained on and then snowed on.
Oh, yeah.
He wouldn't give a shit about that. He'd take it down, but you still had to fold it just right. Me and Dad and Clyde Thomas and Jack would come up in the lower part of Oregon. In fact, I'm not so goddamn sure we was in Oregon or still in Nevada that hunting trip. We had Trout Creek Canyon. I got a hell of a nice big 4-pointer and Jack got a 5-pointer. And that creek we was camped on. We eat fish 3 times a day now. And I brought home a goddamn cold box full of 12, 14,
Yeah.
12, 14-inch trout. I kept all the big ones to bring home. There was a goddamn pond, probably not much bigger than this room, and the brush is thicker than hell.
Yeah, it was a beaver pond.
Yeah. I looked through the brush and I said, Jesus Christ. There must be 20 million trout in that hole. They're just solid fish in there. So I took my goddamn little knife and hatchet contest and got out my hatchet and I chopped me a hole through the brush. I thought, I'll probably scare the goddamn fish away.
Not when they're hungry.
I might scare the fish away, you know, but I'll come back up, fix the
Yeah.
place right, come back up here tomorrow and fish. When I got done, the goddamn fish, I didn't look like they scared me, they're still there. So I decided, well, I'm gonna try it. But I had about 4 or 5 feet of line hanging out, had a real bright brass hook. And like waddling around her, trying to get ready to bait it up and start the goddamn pole and stuff. I guess I put it out there to see, try to figure out.
If you
how
can get to
do
the
it.
water.
That goddamn shiny hook, a fish come out of that pond and took it. I guess he thought it was a fly or
Yeah.
something. Man, I'm telling you, I was catching fish. At one time I beat Jack. He always beat me, but I always, for some goddamn unknown reason, I always caught the larger ones. But I mean, I had 2 and he had the limit.
Yeah.
But that time, he come down there, he says, are you ready to go down? It was snowing, spitting snow and the wind was blowing. Now there's one where the old man told the ship that there was no way out. We got down in that canyon and it went to snow and we had about 3 miles of mud and dirt road to go. I said, Pop, we got 2 bucks hanging in that tree out there. And plenty of water. And we got plenty of firewood. And we got plenty of groceries in that box. I think we could make the winter here. Oh, shit. I thought I was gonna have to tie him up. I said, well, there's no way out, Dad. Clyde said, the boy is right, Paul. He said, we can't get out of here this kind of weather. The goddamn road's so muddy. Neither one of the
Oh,
pickup, neither one of the pickups is
Yeah,
4-wheel
right.
drive, it's just 2-wheel. When it did break and kind of dry up, we decided we could make it. Clyde was ahead of me, and I was having a hell of a time, because he was churning that mud up.
Right.
But we got out of there all right. But I learned a little trick when I was in the service. Boy, this was a disaster almost. That tent didn't have no floor in it. It just come down to the ground on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And it was raining so damn hard, I got to notice the water was seeping back. So I go out and I dig a little ditch all around the edge of the tent and I throw that dirt back on the tent. Oh shit, I got that white shiny tent muddy. Oh shit, he took it. And finally he decided, he said, I think you've done the right thing, son. I said, I thought to myself, for once I
Can I get that in writing?
But I threw that dirt up there, and that was holding that loose
Right.
flap down. There's no goddamn draft blowing through on the floor, and there was no water running down on the floor. But boy, when he seen what I was doing, you know, that was horrible. When he set the table, the fold-up table that he had up, and his tent, Jack on one side, me on the other. And the cots, we had the table and stuff set up. And it was a cook shack, and Jack and I slept in it. And Dad and Clyde slept in the big tent Clyde had. That was a wonderful trip, though. I really enjoyed it. Shit, I thought to myself, this is gonna be great setup here in the wintertime and fish and hunt deer.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack was worried. That was what I get left out. He said, how many more fish you need? I said, just a couple, Jack, not too many more. About that time, I got one about 12 inches long, and I was trying to get him in that goddamn
Creole, huh?
creel I had. There's a little square hole.
Yeah.
Through, but I couldn't get him through that because the fish was already up against it. And I raised the lid, and about 6 of them flop out on the ground. Old jackpot had a fit. He said, Jesus Christ, I think I had 3 limits in that guy. He said, God damn it, he said, if we get caught, you'll never get out of jail. I said, well, the dumb son of a bitch is out here in this kind of weather, he ought to be able to get somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna do.
Hi.
How we doing
Hi,
today?
Therese.
I'm doing fine. I need to change out your catheter